So, what could I be up to? Well, I'm getting things ready. I got my F-350. Got to run some 12-ton jacks. I got a leak in my rear differential, so got to get this fixed. I pulled it out. You can take a look there. I pulled out the drive shaft and the old. I hope that showed up in there. I'm assuming that it did, but maybe you can't see it. Oh, anyway, I don't know if I can. Can you reverse the camera? There we go. All right, that's better. So, yeah, so I got right there the pinion seal. This is something I've done. The pinion seal is so bad. It actually moves. This is the seal, and it's supposed to be locked to here to keep the oil from coming out through this little hole here, or this seam. And you can see it's been leaking out pretty good from underneath there. It's been dripping down. Anyway, so let's back this out a little bit. So yeah, it's not supposed to turn with it. That seal's supposed to be locked in there. So I'm hoping it didn't wear out anything specific. But I pulled out the drive shaft. Yeah, this freaking pinion nut. I think it's, what's that thing? 1 7/8. It's almost 2 inches wide. It's almost a 2-inch nut. I'm gonna have to get that thing off. I've got to mount some kind of a connector here so that I can put a breaker bar on it and lock it to the ground or the chassis, so I don't bang on the internal components in the differential and crush the washers and stuff inside. People just bang on it. So I got that done, and then there's the other part of the rear end. That's it's a 2-part drive shaft. So I got a rear bearing there, so I'm gonna have to take that out. So I figured while I got this out, I'm gonna put all new. It's got not just shy of 100,000 miles on it. So I figured I might as well change the bearings and the U joints and the carrier bearing that's under there. And get all the rust off of it. Everything's really rusty under there. So I'll get the rust out of it also. But it's a good looking car. Oh, truck. Excuse me. My F-350. It's a good look. It's a 2002 7.3 diesel turbo. If anybody knows about Ford trucks, it's a much sought after vehicle. The nice thing about this one here is 4-wheel drive and it's a dually, so it's almost like a unicorn because it's hard to find these. That's the reason why I'm putting the money into this thing. It's it's as good as a new truck. People spend $100,000 on a truck. That's just way too much money for a truck that you want to work with and do things with. Interior is good. Look at this. It's almost like brand new in here. Yeah, the seats are all good. They're not ripped or torn up. Oh, I got the dash off. There's a control box inside, way down deep in the dash. They definitely didn't design this stuff to be repaired, because you got to take apart everything there to get things fixed. So there's a security module, and it controls the dome light and the locks and other stuff, and it's acting up. It only works for about 24 hours when I put the fuse in, and then it breaks down. And and stops working. So I don't know if there's a resistor or something in there. It's breaking it down. We're going to talk about electronium also. I guess there's been some interesting stuff going on. And in case you weren't paying attention, I guess I can take off this. If you weren't paying attention, I just drip. It's so freaking hot out. Electronium put out a new announcement. It really filled my lungs with hopium. And well overdue, because I've been wanting some hopium from Electronium for a while. I was getting a little sad about it. So here's the drive shaft. So yeah, I got that all straightened out. I think I showed you guys. So I'm not sure if I showed you guys. Here's the drive shaft. I'm gonna I took out all the rust. I've been using these strippers here. These strippers here, and they took off a good chunk of that rust. And you can see this stuff looks like it's the Titanic. It's been there so long. So the bearings are all good. They nice swing and range of motion. They probably would have lasted another 50,000 miles, but while I got it apart, you know, what's it, 20, there's 3 bearings of $70 for the bearings. A little bit of aggravation on my part.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thanks. So I figured it'd be a good thing to take care of. And then with all that rust on here, it was pretty significant. So I've got it stripped down, clean it down with alcohol, and then from there, I'm gonna put a rust inhibiting system. I think I'm gonna, I got the boracic acid, which will lock it up, you know, any rust that's still in the pores. But I think I'm gonna go with this product called Pore 15, which will do the same thing. It'll lock it up and give me a nice base black. And then I'll figure out what color I'm gonna, I don't know if I would just want to keep dry shaft black. I think maybe yellow. I'll get some high temperature enamel. Maybe I'll paint the whole dry shaft yellow. I don't know. I want to do something with it while it's down here, and we'll work on it. Hey, we're working on our 8-foot hula girl. Check her out. Something, huh? My head comes up to just under her boobs. But so this is eye level. So that's eye level. So yes, for a restaurant, Hawaiian restaurant, and she's nice and tan. The lights don't show it, but she's actually pretty tan. And yeah, she's coming out pretty good, and we'll have to get that shipped. There's her feet back there. And we're working on another baseball mitt seat. So you can go and sit down inside. Oh, can't see it. You can sit down there, and we've got to build a steel base. And I just sent out the parts for a dinosaur. Lots of good stuff going on. So let's get back to this electronium. You guys, some of you I know have watched and read the electronium release and got to be going, what the heck is this all about? And some of you know. And here's the matter of the fact. Electronium, you know, is a good functioning coin, but the problem lies. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Stephanie. I'm grabbing a seat so I'm not walking around. I'm sorry about all the motion. I'm trying to get my butt in the seat somewhere. I've been I've been buying stuff. So I got 75 pounds of rice, stocking up on supplemental food, and then I got another 50 pounds of this. I got 125 pounds of rice, and that's been pretty good. Oh, we got this little baby that's gonna go out, and she has a heartbeat. Let me show you. I've been stocking up because you guys have to be prepared. Look what's happening with Bitcoin and all the price of all the crypto. It's tanked with everything else. So I've been stocking up. So I got foodstuffs in the bins, and then I've gotten some chicken breasts there, and then all these buckets are full. I got one for just seeds. Some of them have rice in it and beans. And then I got some emergency food, 2 week and 1 month's buckets. I got some freeze-dried stuff, and then cans. You want to have cans of vegetables and some other stuff. So at least I'll have some supplemental stuff in case everything goes haywire, which is the biggest possibility that it's ever been in my lifetime. And I'm hoping that that's not the case, and that things were going to work out after the midterms. But, my entire life, in my entire life, this is the closest I've seen in 60 years of actually having the probability that I'm going to need this stuff. And I was selling some coins on the way down. I didn't sell at 66. I think I sold a little bit in the 50s, most of it in the 45 range. I think it was in the 30 range. At 20, I'm not sure I'm going to sell, and I think it went down now to 17. It was at 22, now it's down to 17. And at that price, I'm failing to feel that I'm going to sell it. I don't know. I'll keep the news on. Let me know what you guys are going to do. You guys keeping your crypto, or you think it's going to be going down even further? Past the 17, we've dipped down. Hopefully this will be a 1 week wick that will come back up to that 22,000 range. But with all this financial doom and gloom that everybody's talking about and everything, there's a lot of panic selling in the crypto market to get their cash out and have it available to them to do things with their fiat. So it's a fascinating time for sure. And I don't know how many businesses are going to go out. We're starting to see a lot of businesses that can't get materials, so they can't sell stuff. Look at the car dealerships. The parking lots are like half full at best. I got a couple of them, quarter full, half full. Go to the Ford dealership, they got like 6 trucks. The largest Ford dealership. Obviously Ford's not making any more trucks at the moment until they get things fixed. So, but so this Electroneum, notice what they're gonna do with Electroneum, because this is important, and the reason why I want to talk about it is because there's it's given me a breath of fresh air in my lungs, followed up by some hopium. And what Electroneum is, they have a good store value coin. The value can be can be debated, but it is a store value coin. And it has the instant payment and the AnyTask system, but the fact of the matter is it's just a run-of-the-mill store value coin, which there's a million of them, and it really doesn't separate Electroneum from everybody else. This
there was nothing there to make you excited about it. And I already got a store of value. It's called Bitcoin. So Electroneum put out, and they've been working on. And I kind of found out they've been working on since the beginning of the year, trying to, or should I say, integrating and working on the code. I'm sure there's a crap ton of code upgrades that have to be put into the blockchain, but they're working on adding a virtual machine. All right, and specifically, they're going to plug in the Ethereum virtual machine into the Electroneum coin, just like many others, like Binance Chain. They installed EVM, like Ethereum virtual machine, and the virtual machine is basically a processing system. It basically lets the network become a computer, for like it allows it to execute instructions. So this is what's called smart contracts, or being a smart blockchain. The ability to give it commands and write code to make things happen with Electroneum, using the Ethereum virtual machine. So that means that if you've been writing stuff on Solidity on Ethereum, you'll be able to write stuff on Electroneum in Solidity. Also, it's the same code, and then it allows the Electroneum chain to talk and do things easier with Ethereum blockchain and all the goodies that are on that. But so you could start creating DeFi platforms, and you can make your own, decentralized exchange. You can work on an NFT game, and create NFTs on Electroneum, and be able to incorporate a game into it. So I've been working on Element World, and kind of new stuff was coming out, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a Parabridge or an actual installation of the VM. And now that I got a confirmation, I've already reached out to Electroneum. I'd like Element World to be the first or one of the first NFT games on Electroneum, and I think that I'm gonna go that direction. I think we're gonna install it on Electroneum. I think that would be very cool and bring some excitement to the Electroneum blockchain. Be able to do things with Electroneum and the DigitSpin coin. They can work together, and I'm pretty excited about it all. And getting my meat hooks in to be able to get a hold of the beta testnet system once that goes online, so I can start playing with it, accessing it, and getting the information that I need to be able to make that happen. So I've been hanging off with Element World, kind of just buying some time, hoping that this was going to happen. So, hey, all right. So Phoenix, Phoenix like I was buying chicken breast. Let's see what else we got here. Reports of people drilling holes in car gas tanks and stealing gas. Also, people stealing catalytic converters. Keep your cars protected. Yeah, that's a big problem. Real big problem. Phoenix is saying, if anyone can bring ETN back to life, it's Dino. Thanks for reaching out to them. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I think that I'm going to tell you, putting the virtual machine into Electroneum, it's going to make a world of a difference to what Electroneum can do for the community, and the possibilities are then significantly increased, and puts it in the A leagues. And if they can get that up and running, which I'm positive they are, they've hired people to help make that happen, and I know the existing team is working on it as diligently as possible. The fact of the matter is that it'll significantly change the functionality of Electroneum. So it's pretty good. Okay, what other coins have put ETH virtual machine into the chain? Crypto Dog is asking. A lot of them, most of them, Solana, Binance Chain, all the big. So here's the thing: why go out and invent a virtual machine? Go through all that aggravation. All right, one already exists, and it's open source code, and it's basically like a plug-in module, saying it very simplistically. All right, you just don't pop it in and it works. Yeah, there's a lot of meat hooks you got to put into it to your existing environment. But the virtual machine is pretty much a standalone. So all the code is done by Ethereum, and then when they update, you can update it also. And it's the same as with Ethereum Classic. They're running the same virtual machine, so it's a significant difference. Let's see here. Daniel saying, "What's your take on Terra Luna Classic?" I'm going to be honest with you. I have not spent any. I think I used to be like, why are these guys Bitcoin? They only want to talk about is Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin snobs and all these other cool coins. And the fact of the matter is you need to keep your money in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and pick maybe one or two coins. I'm not gonna be buying all different coins. And I'm not even bothering to spend my time. My time has been very limited beyond belief because of the way the economy is. I can't budget to hire more people for here, and so that leaves me to do like 3-4 people's worth of work here at the shop. And then I'm doing some coding, and then I'm doing some art design for like Ethereum, Element World. I'm tearing apart my car, my truck. I keep calling it a car. My truck, so I can get it all ready for the upcoming years, and make sure it's going to be as reliable as it can possibly be. And so I've got that stuff going on. I got things at home I'm supposed to be doing, but I haven't figured out not having to sleep yet. You guys working nonstop too, or doing things nonstop? You should be. You should be learning stuff. You should be learning about gardening and how to grow vegetables. And you should be learning about some of the basics, buying some extra cans of food. The prices of food have gone up, 10%, and it's more than 10%. I want to tell you something. I see some of this food going up 10% each quarter. Never mind 10% for the year. The government's messing with those numbers. Those numbers are, they're admitting to 10%, 10.8%. It's significantly more than that. There's a lot of the food's up 20%, 25% already for this year. They're full of crap. And quite frankly, I don't trust any of the numbers that they send. That they changed the mathematics. So like they say, oh, our unemployment's only 4%. I'm like, yeah, because the people have dropped off the unemployment checks. They no longer qualify to get unemployment checks. It's all a bunch of bullshit, just to keep you in line, make you think everything's all right. Something's different. It's going to be different. Even the government is putting out announcements saying, "Hey, there might be some riots at the end of the year. Watch out for food riots and other things. We're expecting problems." I think it's going to be a tough year. All right, what else we got here? Hey, Zach, great to see you, Dino Bambino. Crypto Dog, is Celsius done? I don't know, but it's possible. There's a few coins that have just disintegrated. Bitcoin, just the price goes down, and you're like, crap. I could have bought a house, and now I can buy a Twinkie. I saw a meme. McDonald's new 1 Bitcoin value meal. get a Big Mac for 1 Bitcoin. You just take it in the shorts when Bitcoin goes down. These complex networks, Ethereum's been holding itself together, but these are complex networks that have been trying to get themselves off the ground. When you have, a pullout, the coins are crashing. Luna, when Luna took a nosedive, and Celsius network, there's going to be some crash and burns, and I don't know where it's all going to lead, and that's also going to happen with companies and some governments. It's not just going to be related. And you're going to see banks. You see the like Celsius when they're doing all this DeFi. Don't you think the same shit's happening with some of these banks and their financial products that they produce? They're just not letting you know about it yet. It's going to be a problem. You wait till some of these banks start collapsing, and they haircut your money when they take your money with them. Make sure you put some money in the safe. Make sure you keep some cash on hand. You're going to need some cash on hand. Crypto Dog. Yeah, Twinkie. Phoenix was saying spaghetti sauce was 99 cents. It's now $1.66. Yeah, that's a 70% increase. Milk $2.39. Yep, over 65%. Yep, everything's up since the beginning of the year. Anywhere from 25 to easily 50%. Easily. And like you said, there are some things, even eggs. My mom calls me up. I can't find eggs. I'm looking everywhere. I can't find eggs. I'm like, yeah, I told you. Told you you're not going to find stuff. Told you to buy some extra food, Ma. Listen, pay attention. How long do you think this bear market's going to last? And do you think the low prices are done? Can we expect more low prices? So, I didn't think that we would break 2020. I thought we'd hit 22. I didn't think we'd break 20. We were down to 17 or something before. I haven't checked it. I don't know where it is at the moment. And it's really going to come down to how much people are going to panic. People with deep pockets can just keep buying this stuff up. And, could we see $10,000 Bitcoin, $9,000 Bitcoin? I think it's possible. I don't think it's probable, but I do think it's possible. Anything's possible. That's why I was selling while it was going all the way down, so I could buy some of the foodstuffs. I can't eat Bitcoin, but I can eat a bag of rice. And how I look at it, if I end up not needing it, I'm gonna have big parties. I'll have a big party. I'll have employee luncheons. I'll have all the food we need to make employee luncheons. And if I do need it, I'll be glad I got it. We're never gonna run out of food in the United States, but I think it comes down to, can the food get transported to your area? And then the second thing is, will you be able to afford that item? So I think those will be the issues. There's always, I think there'll always be food. It's not like it's going to disappear. Now, in some of the southern hemisphere countries, yeah, there's going to be riots because there's not going to be food. There's not going to be wheat. There's not going to be rice. All the exporting countries, so you got China, India, a lot of the Asian countries, they export a lot of rice. They've pretty much all have halted exports of their foodstuffs. We ain't selling it, and they're stockpiling it for themselves. This is why China was buying up all the food over the last year. Me too. I was buying up stuff. Buying up as much as I could afford. And, every time I go into the store, I'd pick up an extra 5, 10 cans of something. And I've been stacking it away. Worst case, I'll have plenty to eat, and it's the stuff I'd eat anyway. No big deal. What a and Crypto Dog goes, what's the end game? Ramen noodles or Lambo for us? The end game is definitely a Lambo. But there's going to be a very fascinating bear market. It's going to be very fascinating. Between the war, the recession, and the shortages, it's definitely modifying. All right, sorry about that, guys. Zach saying, Dino, I love the pump today with ETN, but I can't find news correlated to the pump. With that being said, yesterday they had a tweet, but nothing big. Did I miss the news? Yeah, I just went over it. You're going to have to watch it in the video, but basically, Electroneum is going to be putting in the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, into the network so that we can have smart contracts and DeFi, and NFTs, and all sorts of stuff. And I've been holding off with Element World, hoping that they were going to release the news and the test net so I could try it and take a look and see what's going on. And so that has breathed a significant amount of wind into people's lungs, with a fair share of hopium, that can turn an electronium around and make it actually do stuff and be of value. So I'll be honest with you, I actually started buying. I didn't buy a whole lot, but I've been the servers, the ASICs that I have mining Ethereum Classic, I've been converting into Electroneum. And whatever Bitcoin I had on Trade Ogre, it wasn't a significant amount, but I converted that all into Electroneum just before the pump. I hate to call it a pump. I mean, it was 20%, but I don't know if it qualifies as a pump. But the fact of the matter is that Electroneum had an upswing, or is in an upward direction over the last day or so. So I think as the news spreads, they may revitalize some life into it. And once they actually release an EVM, that's pretty significant. And I think that it could mean a world of difference for Electroneum. So I think people who are paying attention, I think, are buying early because it's one of the things that could literally make a difference for Electronium. Absolutely. I believe it. And you know me, I'm pretty honest. You know, Electronium hasn't been anything to write home about in the last 2 years. You know, but yeah, this is something that's piqued my attention for sure. Yeah, natural gas has been going up significantly too. Yeah, yeah. If Ethereum goes to $65, yes, you buy it. I was buying as much as I could, 3 years ago when it was at $195, and yeah, it made a significant difference in my in the quality of socks that I was able to purchase. um, hey, Zach saying, yeah, give it a like, guys, if you're watching. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'd appreciate that. We'll go from there. All right. I think I've been on. It's 36 minutes. I've been doing live. I don't want this to be too long. I gave you a little tour of the shop, showed you the nonsense that I've been working on, trying to get my truck back together, and talked a little bit about Electronium. I'm pretty excited about it. If you want me to do more videos, give a like and a comment. If get some response, and I'll try to squeeze in more time for you guys on different topics, and we'll go for them there. All right. I appreciate all of you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Be prepared. Be prepared. It's going to be important. Be prepared. Please.